Welcome back to another action figure review. In this review, I'm very excited to bring you the Acid Rain, the Last Line of Defense Sofi 1/18 scale action figure. The action figure comes wrapped in a clear plastic baggie, so let's go ahead and take the baggie off so we can see what the packaging looks like. So the front of the box has a very nice, fantastic looking artwork of Sofi, and it looks like a trooper in the background. On the top left, we have the Acid Rain logo, Last Line of Defense across the top, Sofi, and probably her unit's logo. These are made by Ori Toys. This is a very nice artwork. Definitely well worth keeping the packaging to put on your shelf, just for some nice display purposes. Inside of the box, it just says Sofi on it with that same logo. On this side of the box, this is made in China. Here's a UPC. I'm not sure if that's going to help you here in the United States. Here's the logo, the Acid Rain, and the War Under Pollution. The bottom of the box is just a clear white piece. But on top of the box is just it's wide open, and you can see the crate that she comes in. Let's go ahead and pull her out of there. It's just a very well sculpted, relatively medium-sized crate done in a gray plastic. It's very nicely sculpted. We have some handles here on the side. This is actually not actually usable, or you can't carry these with a 1/18 scale figure. But they are, you could use them with your 1/18 scale as like storage containers for like your dioramas. So one thing I did notice about this, straight off the way, we can definitely, for the price point of Acid Rain figures, and it can continue giving us these pretty cool crates that the figures come in, which I think is a great idea. But I think they should add hinge clips here, instead of being where you just have to like wedge it out. And then on the back, I did notice there's no hinge here. As you can see, if you open this, over time your plastic is going to degrade and it's going to turn white and possibly break off. So for the price point of these figures, I believe, in my opinion, that they should be hinged so we can maintain our crate for as long as we collect our Acid Rain figures. You kind of wedge. There's really no hinge here. You got to wedge it out. But opening up the crate, on the one side, as you can see on the middle here, we have that white just because I opened it. So there's definitely some room of improvement. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. It's just the way they are made. But you know, you always want to continue to improve on your products so you can maintain your customer base. We have a piece of styrofoam here. Nothing under the bottom. And then we have Sofi and her accessories and a bunch of baggies. So it's like we have a little baggie here, another baggie, and another baggie. Then we have Sofi, and then we have some more styrofoam at the bottom. There's nothing underneath there. Alright. Yep, so crates are really awesome. I think there's going to be a nice way, if you don't store your figures in here, nice piece. As you can see of the background, shipping containers and stuff. Looks kind of cool, but you know, they're really not much for carrying for 1/18 scale figures. But you can put your big equipment in here. You know, whatever you have. I do like these very much. So let's start off by looking at Sofi. Sofi comes in this little baggie. There's no tape or anything on it. She's just put in the bag. This is one of in my opinion, one of my favorite Acid Rain designs. I think she looks fantastic. She has her gray hair, which is kind of unique, because you would consider gray hair with an older person. She comes with this is kind of rough material for as a cloak over top of her body. Straight out of the box, she has a backpack on. So there must be a hole for the actual, cloak here. Definitely. Well, let's take a look at the backpack over here. It's a dark brown with a lighter brown and some, that dirty acid rain wash that they use. Peg on the back. Pretty slender backpack. Alright. So let's go ahead and get this cloak off. I believe we just have to pop off the head. And we can go ahead and take a look at Sofi. Okay, here she is without her cloak on. I think she looks fantastic, just bare boned here. Like I said, she has her gray hair. Let's take a look at that head sculpt, because I do like that very much. Eyes are painted pretty decently. She has dark eyebrows. Just a basic nose and mouth. But I do love how that hair is just sculpted on the back. So it's kind of combed over the side, and then further to the back, it's kind of combed back to where it comes to like these different types of points. Very cool. I love the design of that. So most of her body is like a flat black color, and then it has that acid rain wash that they use. And then the other colors, they have some grays, and we have some that very dingy blue. The product shots actually show the blue a brighter, and I kind of like the brighter on her than the more dingy, but come to expect, just a slight difference in the shade of blue. But overall, I'm not disappointed. She still looks fantastic. She has this blue here on her chest. There's like a stripe down the middle over here. She has this like dingy blue, and it comes down to her stomach. She has some on her arms. Then she has her gray knee pads, shin pads, and her top of her shoes there. So let's take a 360 look at her, and then we'll take a look at the articulation. What's really interesting about this figure, as I noticed during a 360, is that she kind of has a female presence. Her crotch area is kind of like more slender than a male. And then the back side, she kind of, the way they just sculpted her back. It does, from behind, it does look like a female. It's not just like cargo pants, and you really can't really tell. On some of them, such as like these, in this figure, she looks more of a female presence on the backside of the figure. And so let's take a look at the articulation. Her neck looks down. Fantastic. She comes back up. For the actual joint under her neck, you really can't pull up. You got to pull back on this joint here at the bottom to give her an up look. We have a side to side. There's two joints here, one under the neck and one here at the bottom of the neck. So it's kind of hard to get them to. They kind of complement each other. So we're just going to go with that, so you know. 360 spin also. And you kind of can get that, that attitude for head back, like, what you talking about? And forward, like, you got something to say? So she has a wide range of motion for her neck. Her arms are on a ball joint. They rotate 360 on both arms. Feel pretty smooth so far. They didn't go about that far, maybe. Yeah, it's about. Then the balls hit the shoulders. So she can come up like so. Then we have the bendable elbows, which gives us more than 90 degrees. Just fantastic. She has rotation here, all the way around 360 on both arms. So there's no rotation here at the elbow. Her wrist rotate 360, and this one goes in and out. This one rotates 360 and also has that in and out look. So we don't have the variance of, there's no up and down like this on this figure. We do have some chest articulation here. She can crack an ab crunch, some side to side, and I would say about rotate 360 if you desire. For sitting purposes, she sits well, incredibly more than she'd have to be. Fantastic. Let's get her arms out the way so we can take a look at her. There's not much out. There's no joint there. It gets you about that. But she can do a split pretty good. I'm glad to see there's no gaps in between her legs or anything here. I do like how this is scaled. I'm actually okay with no big split because it kind of gives her a better look. You won't have that hinge there. Her knees are double jointed. So we have that bend. And then we have this top bend, if we can get it to move. They are ratchet, it's a soft ratchet. Then if we utilize the bottom bend, she gets one hell of knee bend. Very nice. So her feet have those unique style hinges. They pretty much pivot down and up. I'm not a big fan of this. If I had to knock this figure for anything, is they're designed for their ankles, because you get this gap here. Kind of looks. It really takes from the aesthetic. It looks kind of weird. You get this big gap up here in the front. It's just then you do have a rotation 360 here. But overall, a great figure. But there's definitely some room improvement for the ankles. Other than that, I do love the figure. She does have a pistol holster here. There's the peg hole on her back. She does have a belt. It's a softer rubber plastic. So overall, an A+ for this figure. Looks fantastic. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what kind of accessories she comes with. As we've seen, this is her cloak. It's kind of already shaped to the way it should fit her, so I wouldn't undo that if I was you. Keep that nice and shaped like that, because I feel that you can definitely undo that, and you don't want to. Probably not going to get it back the way it was. Okay, let's take a look and see what we have in this bag. Got to get those out of there. First off, we have an assault rifle. It's done in a very dark gray with that acetylene wash on. But all the accessories are pretty much the same plastic color and paint or wash or dry brushing. Very cool looking. Do you like that? She comes with 2 pistols. Very cool looking. Fortunately, she only has one holster on her belt or her leg. Then she comes with her sniper rifle. This is quite large. Very cool. That's not removable. She has a bipod on here. As you can see, the burrows are pretty well, looks like it's drilled out. And just to check, yeah, the assault rifle has a drilled out barrel. Does the pistols? Yes, they do. That's really cool. I do love that feature, the drilled out barrels. Here we have a rocket launcher. Very cool. A handle. In my opinion, this is appropriately sized. Sometimes you get some of these figures are just crazy size for those. They're nicely sized. Then you get 3 of these rockets. They are orange with a dirty wash on them. So you get 3 of those. And you get this, which I believe is to store your extra rockets in. And they just go in here like so. I am not sure what this is. It's a pig. Maybe this is to go into her back, so you can clip a weapon on. There's no instructions for these figures, so I don't know. Yeah, that's probably what that's for. That's my best guess. Off the top of my head. And it works. Not sure what we would, or how that works. But it's very tough. It doesn't fit in there. You have to play around with it and see what you get. Okay, moving on to another bag. We have, see what we got in here. It's like we have her helmet. The helmet matches her paint scheme. And then she has that, it has that black with that blue on the top there. Looks fantastic. It does not fit over her current head. So she has an interchangeable head with a gas mask. And that's probably what that helmet is for. Yep. So that's how that would look. And here she has her belt, or her harness for her chest, and it's connected to another belt. So you have the option of putting this on versus this belt here. And then we have this little baggie that has something in it. Let's take a look and see what that is. So in this one we have a gas mask for her. So she could just have the mask on and you can see her top of her head for her current head sculpt that she has on. Very cool. She has a vest. So that gives you even more options. You can use this vest. You can have this harness on. There's a peg hole on the back. Place here to maybe put that small little peg that was on her back for maybe storing something. And it looks like we do have, which is great, another pistol holster. I'm not sure where that would go, because I don't think that's removable. That's sculpted on. Yep, that's glued on. So I am not sure what that was supposed to be. Let's take a look at the box and find out if you see anything. No, it doesn't really show where those go. Okay. Okay, here's Sophie with her half gas mask on. Fits perfectly. It looks pretty incredible. Do you like how that looks? Here's Sofi with the alternate head with the helmet and mask. It's a pretty cool head sculpt. I do like this head sculpt, but it takes away from the character in my opinion. If anything, I'd use the half-gas mask. But I do love the head sculpt, so I'll probably be just using that and not this head sculpt. But that's how that looks, if you're interested. Very cool. And here's Sofi with her assault rifle. Was it really nice? And here's Sofi with her dual pistols. What I must say about these hands, they are very user-friendly. The plastic seems to be perfect. You take those weapons in and out. They're not too stiff. They're not too soft. They don't feel like they're going to break. A+ on the hands. Fantastic looking and very, very usable and playable. They look fantastic. Let's see if they fit into her holster. Yep, perfectly. No effort. Does what it's supposed to do. Sticks out just a little bit on the bottom. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know why people can't get that right. And we have a cut here in the back here, so I think it really does help that trigger. And that one also. Beautiful. That's what you want. Fantastic. No effort. That's just pure great playability right there. And that needs to be done more often in other lines. Here's Sofi with a rocket launcher. Holds it perfectly. Looks great. If you guys want to see what that looks like, inside there, just pops right in. And then you have the case she could carry. Looks great. Now her sniper rifle is huge. I mean, that thing is massive. I mean, is that thing 50 caliber or a larger caliber? Not sure. I think it's super cool though. She holds it pretty good for as big as it is. Okay, that thing scales. It's just as tall as she is. What's very nice about these ostrich, they're made by Toylands also. If you buy these things, you get one of these. This does not come with this figure, but that fits perfectly in there. So somewhere to store your assault rifle, or your sniper rifle, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, or you can use your assault rifle too, put all of our gear in there. Looks fantastic. Here's Sofi with her tactical vest on. Looks fantastic. I didn't button it here on the back, it would definitely work no problem. It's this softer plastic, so I wanted to show you guys where it connected. It may have to get heated a tad bit, but it's hard to do through the camera. So, but that's the connector piece. Just wanted to show you how it connected, and that's how it looks. I think it looks great. There's really not really no sense to just put this on there and show you, because I'd have to disassemble the figure. But it's just basically, two straps. Not much to see there. I think we pretty much got through all the accessories that I can tell. So this piece definitely can go in her back vest here. Yeah, that'll help maybe carry a sniper rifle or something, if that's what that's for. I'm not 100% sure, so hopefully I'm not wrong. Alright, let's do some comparisons and see what she looks like with some other figure lines. Okay, so here's Sophie, and the only other Astarine figure I have currently is this guy that came with the sand trailer. That's how she compares. Looks great. Okay, let's see what else we can do. Here she is with a female Joy Toy figure. That's always a good comparison. How she scales with the other female figures. Looks good. Here's a male Joy Toy figure. She looks fantastic with them. These 09s figures have become one of my favorite sets. And Sophie is probably going to be my favorite Acid Rain figure. Even I've seen a lot of the other ones that they look fantastic. It's just something about that figure looks just amazing. Here's a high toy offering. She scales with a Predator. If she wants to go one-on-one with a Predator, looks cool. Here's how she looks with the hot toys. And just because he's still on my table, Superman. Looks all good. Here she is with Storm Shadow for a G.I. Joe comparison. Wow, that was not good, right? Crash. There we go. So take a look at this. Get this fixed. Pretty much wrecked everything, didn't he? That's how he compares with Sophie. And if you're curious, here is a Fortnite figure. Looks great. Awesome. Here she is with Supersonic. And everything wants to fall over. We're doing so well, right? Supersonic. Okay. And if anybody's wondering, this is how she fares with the sand trailer. Here's Sophie sitting inside the trailer with her sniper rifle, waiting for her next mission. She looks fantastic in there. Perfect fit. Looks amazing. Just for a sneak peek comparison, here's a comparison of the rocket that comes with the sand trailer, and here's Sophie's rocket. Just because you watch this video, you get a sneak peek and a comparison. Different size rocket heads and rocket launcher. Very cool. Okay, my final thoughts for the Acid-Rated Sophie figure is I give it an A. I gave it A+ if it wasn't for the ankles. But highly, highly recommend this figure. Fantastic. Great materials. Great articulation. Great sculpt. Great paint. Tons of accessories. Just absolutely fantastic. I know this is getting to be more of a hard to find figure. I've seen some of these figures go for around $80 to $150, so they're getting very, very scarce. So if you want to add this figure to your collection, you might want to do it quite soon. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Please like and share the video. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys find all the collectibles you're looking for. And we will see you in our next review.